So now, till now, we have seen the expressions, how the expressions are going to change with changing in excitation or taking into account the excitation head, the frictional head, with air vessel and without air vessel. And you can go to R.K. Bansal textbook. There are a lot of questions in that which you can practice, and the explanations are very clear in the textbook. So the example questions can be solved from R.K. Bansal. I'm going to discuss two questions over here. So given HS, that is the head in suction side, head in delivery side, the diameter of my stroke, the cylinder, length of stroke is given, stroke length, density of fluid is given, the diameter of suction line and delivery line is given, length of suction line and delivery line are given, and you must remember that the question, when it states that flow separation is going to happen, flow separation means that is relating something with cavitation, and we know cavitation means some minimum pressure condition. So air vessel on delivery side is provided, and separation takes place, that is cavitation takes place at this pressure. Newton per centimeter square is the unit for pressure, and this is the pressure which is below ATM. That is, this is a gauge pressure, and we need to find the maximum speed of pump without separation. So we need to find the omega, and we need to find pressure, or no, so we need to find the power if friction coefficient is 0. So let's start with the pressure which is given. We can change pressure to head using rho g expression. The pressure by rho g is head, and okay. So head below ATM is 7.5 meter, which we calculated from this. So A dash is 7.5 meter below ATM. So at the beginning of suction stroke, the head is 7.5. So HS plus HAS, that is the suction side. Let's recall the diagram. So it was earlier like this. Then it changed from here to here, and it changed on that side. This is due to acceleration changes, and then we introduced the frictional changes. So that was a parabola. I'm not good at drawing, but these were parabolas. So now at the end, the friction is not going to affect. So over there, the head is just the suction side head. This is HATM, the suction strike head, and the acceleration head at the end points. And at intermediate points, there are going to have affected from friction. So HAS, the acceleration head is 7.5 minus HS. HS is already given. So we can find HAS. And now we can find HAS expression we have already known. That was requiring A by A omega square R cos omega t. So that this we found from velocity expression, differentiated velocity expression. You should remember that process. And we already have the acceleration head expression, and all other things are known. We can find the omega speed. And since HAS, that is the IDC point, IDC point means cos omega t is going to be 0. That is IDC, inner dead center and outer dead center, cos omega t is going to be 1. So we have all other things known. Diameters are given, length is given, G is known, R is known. So we can find the omega. Omega is radian per second. That is non-dimensional speed actually. Radians is like, radians are non-dimensional things. And to find in RPM, we just multiply by 260 divided by 2 pi, we get the RPM. And then we have to find the power. So the power is given by rho q gh, and closely take the look at what all expressions or what all heads we are including. So we have suction head, delivery head. There are no changes due to acceleration. So we have not included any type of acceleration changes in here. Then we have included the friction things. So on the suction side, there is 2/3 factor. That is, since there is no air vessel, there is going to be frictional suction head in the suction side. While in the delivery side, that friction is not going to act for a long length. So we can safely assume it to be 0, and we can directly take the mean flow rate and mean length required. That's all I have explained. So Fs max is equal to this F4 FLV square. So F given over here was Penning's friction coefficient. If I have mentioned it somewhere, if not, sorry. So F is the Penning's friction coefficient. So we have used the expression 4 FLV square by 2 dg. We have known all the things. For the suction side, the velocity is going to be a very large velocity. For the delivery side, it is going to be mean velocity in the delivery length. So we have ignored that length, small length, which is between the delivery wall and the air vessel on the delivery side, because over there, the acceleration is going to be small, length is small, and the friction losses are also going to be negligible. So we are directly taking the friction losses in the complete delivery side. And in that case, we use the mean velocity, we use the mean flow rate. Mean flow rate is ALN by 60. And we get the power as 0.428 kilowatt. Now let's come to the second question. This is also very interesting. So we are given with diameter of the cylinder, length, stroke length, speed, LS, DS, LD, DD. So these are all the system characteristics. We can easily measure them. The suction head is given, delivery head is given, the Darcy's friction coefficient is given, and we need to find the power to drive the pump with and without air vessel. We assume air vessel is provided on both sides. So you must just remember that what is the change in the head which is going to come because of the air vessel, because of friction, and because of acceleration. So there is not going to have any changes because of acceleration we have seen earlier. Then there are going, so the head changes are going to happen, but that head changes are not going to contribute to work done and power. So we are ignoring them. We can ignore them. And there are changes due to friction and there are changes due to air vessel. So with friction, we are going to take this factor into account, and the power is calculated over here. And without with air vessel, everything changes to mean velocity, mean length, and mean flow rate. So we use this new expression, and 2/3 factor is not there. So that's the change. And how to calculate this, I have already explained. We use the mean velocity over there. Okay, fine. That's all. So for practicing more problems, we can go to R.K. Bansal example questions.